Sabotage van de Alliantie ben Rick. Welkom bij de aflevering van The Sinking City. De vorige aflevering hebben wij een probleem of het mysterie opgelost van de IOD dinges. Nu gaan we verder.
Welcome to the University of Oakmont. How can I help you?
I'm looking for Professor Westerbrook. You know where I can find him?
You're the one bringing him the specimen?
Specimen?
Oh, never mind. He's in the Department of Medicine. Let me show you.
Okay.
You recognize this bottle? You know where it comes from?
Sorry. We have hundreds of bottles like this in the university.
Fine. I need to know what's in it. Any suggestions?
You need an analysis. Well, I'm sure someone from the Department of Medicine can help there.
Okay.
You have a good day.
Goodbye, sir.
Department of Medicine. Dat is waar we moeten zijn. Dus we moeten even kijken welke van de gebouwen dat dan is. Het zou deze kunnen zijn. Hier staat namelijk geen close voor mensen op. Oké, dat is deze niet. Ik had het fout. Oh, moet hij hier zijn. Top. Good to know. Vorige aflevering had ik het even over andere series die ik wil starten. En ik denk dat wel aangeeft dat ik er weer zin in heb. Ik bedoel... Ik heb wel eens mijn momenten dat ik niet zoveel zin heb om op te nemen. Dat merk je dan ook wel snel.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Oakmont University Department of Medicine. I'm Samuel.
Maar vandaag heb ik er wel zin in.
Charles Reed, private investigator. I have a few questions if you don't mind. You recognize this bottle? Maybe you could tell me what's inside.
That's one of our lab bottles. We have a lot of them. As for what's inside, I'd need to run some tests.
Could you do that for me?
These tests aren't cheap. And the other day I could get right to it, but we're, somewhat hindered right now.
What's up?
Our lab is crawling with, well, creatures. Professor Westerbrook's research is a little unconventional, and something went wrong. Really wrong.
Isn't there some other lab you could use?
I'm afraid not. Our lab is the only one left in one piece.
Never mind. So, if I do a little pest control for you, you'll run those tests for me. For free?
Our budget is tight. You'd be helping the cause of science, Mr. Reed. Isn't that enough?
Oh, I guess science could help itself.
All right. Yes. You solve our problem, and I'll run the test for you. Off the books. Here's the key for the basement.
Top. Department of Medicine.
The door won't budge.
Oké, daar mag ik dus niet in. Beneden is de laboratory. En hier, nee, ik wou zeggen, hier zal dat misschien wel de dingen zijn, maar... Ah, nou, ik krijg wel wat pistol rounds. Ik ook wat pistol rounds, die wil ik ook pakken. Nou... Hup. Oh. Oh, nog een hier. Auw. En jij, ik zoek het, moet oppleuren. Ik ben ook wel gelijk door mijn kogels heen.
What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it.
Wat zit hier? Shell casings, heel nice. Mijn POV is een beetje
Some
fucked.
serious equipment they've got here. Oakmont University is clearly well funded.
Ik weet precies wat hier gebeurt, maar mijn POV wordt er niet veel beter op.
I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here?
Oké. Prima. Voor mij hebben ze alles al gecheckt. Ik kan hier wel weer wat shell casings maken.
Your lab is certified creature-free.
Excellent, Mr. Reed. You've done us a great favor. Now we can get things up and running again.
The lab was, interesting. Running experiments on those creatures. What's up with that?
Oh, they're fascinating, aren't they? Convincing evidence of new branches in the evolutionary tree. Can you blame us for taking an interest?
Maybe not. But so much dead flesh down there, that's going to attract scavengers. Didn't you think about that?
Yeah, well, no. We'll be more careful in the future. Your point's taken.
Oké.
Okay. I've done my part. Here's the bottle. Now you run those tests.
Yes. Wait here. It shouldn't take long.
Top.
We finished that analysis, sir. It's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow acting, but absolutely fatal to humans.
Oké.
So, where do you get ricin? This isn't something you can pick up from a drugstore.
About that. It is rare, but we have a certain amount of it here. For study, in our poison store. Or we did. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it certainly looks like ours. Where did you find it?
Crime scene. Someone was trying to poison a bunch of fish with it.
This is horrible. I need to warn everyone in the university about this.
Oké.
Who's got access to where the poison's stored?
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is upstairs, right alongside Professor Cavendish's.
Oké.
Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well, on vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure, but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I'm working on that. Can you let me upstairs?
Well... all right. This is serious. I'll help you. Here's the key, but please don't disturb the professor's things.
Oké.
I'd like to know a bit more about your professors.
What do you want to know?
I want to know more about Westerbrook.
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, well, at least 30 years. He's one of the longest-serving staff we have. As you've already seen, he's particularly interested in the wild beast that recently appeared in our city.
Yeah, that's quite the unique fauna you have there.
I've no idea how he did it, but Mr. Throgmorton's men brought him live specimens for his research. He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory. A secret that, once revealed, will benefit all humankind.
Some secret should stay buried. 6 feet under.
You're not a man of science, are you? It's not about why. It's about what if.
Ja.
What can you tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. Just imagine. His biochemistry studies are second to none. Worthy of a Nobel Prize. If he could complete his work.
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him standoffish and irritable, and easily distracted. I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent, especially in these dark times.
I'll see you later.
Oké. Dan wil ik graag naar boven. Die kant op. Die kant op, excuus. Even zoeken hoor. Closed for maintenance. Even snel dit doorzoeken. Gelukkig hebben we hier zat plekjes. George Cavendish. Daar moeten we sowieso binnen zijn. Maar misschien ligt hier nog wat interessants. Westerbrook.
Door won't budge.
Hoppatee.
These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
Oké. De persoon in kwestie liep hier naartoe. Kijk eens aan.
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
Oké. Even verder kijken hoor. Ik heb nu de key evidence collected, maar ik wil ook wel alle evidence eigenlijk wel hebben. Dat hij gewoon een mal heeft gemaakt, hoe gek, moet je kijken. Hier niks. En dat is all evidence collected. Fantastisch. Even kijken. Even verder klikken hoor. Kijk. George Cavill is a professor at Oakmont University. Is the poison thief. He made a copy of the key to the poison locker. According to his student, he lives somewhere in Advent. Oké. In Advent. Waar zou die moeten leven? Oké, allemaal notes. Allemaal hartstikke leuk. Fantastisch. Hebben we genoeg knowledge? Nee, hij zou ergens in Advent moeten leven. Moeten wonen. Oké, misschien moet ik dan op zoek gaan naar zijn persoon. Misschien in de City Hall. Ik denk in de City Hall. Daar zullen we vast wel kunnen uitvinden waar hij woont. Ik moet naar de teleporter. Doe dat. Dus laat ik die kant op, als het goed is. Ja. Oké. Het is interessant. Maar ja, ik heb een beetje zin in mijn YouTube avontuur. Assassin's Creed Valhalla heeft mij gewoon heel erg belemmerd in mijn creativiteit. En dat zag je ook al. Ik hou altijd heel veel HDBitsen naast uploaden. Nou, we spelen de laatste tijd helemaal geen Smite meer. Dus dat is er niet meer van gekomen. Editen is er niet van gekomen. Over het algemeen was het allemaal een beetje kut. Mijn hele plan van 9 maanden Assassin's Creed Valhalla is een beetje verneukt. Maar we hebben nu een andere aantal games. Een interessante aantal games. Want er zijn 2 unieke games die ik nog nooit op mijn kanaal heb gedaan. Een muziek boss fight game en een horror game.
Oh, stop bothering me, newcomer.
Oké, ik ga al hierheen. Citizens. Even kijken. Enterprise is older misschien. Even kijken. Poison Thief. Ben ik nou legit helemaal weggelopen voor saus? Was het de bedoeling dat ik gewoon aan die gast ging vragen waar die woonde? En dan teleport ik wel even ergens anders naartoe. Maar ik weet niet of dat is waar ik moet zoeken. Ik ben een beetje aan het goochelen weer. Ai, wat jammer. Ik kan niet alles perfect doen. Dat moet je ook realiseren. Ik speel deze game voor het eerst, man. Cut me some slack. Maar oké. Dus unieke game. Ik bedoel, ik heb in lange tijd niet iets gedaan zoals dit. Gewoon verschillende games tegelijk spelen. Ik heb mijn volgende games eigenlijk ook wel voor ogen. Ik had het laatst over Pokémon en Deponia. Dat zijn 2 minder serieuze games. We vallen ook wel in mijn straatje. Ja.
I'd like to know a bit more about your professors.
What do you want to know?
Ik wil weten waar die Cavendish
What
was.
can you tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. Just imagine. His biochemistry
What's it?
Ja.
I don't know. I hope he gets through whatever he's...
Oké, maar ik wil graag weten waar ik dan moet zijn. Ik dacht dat de City al een goede gok was, maar helaas. You made a copy of according to a student who lives somewhere in Advent. Ja, maar waar is somewhere in Advent? Ik kan natuurlijk niet op mijn blinde gevoel afgaan waar Advent ligt. Ik hoopte eigenlijk iets van documentatie of zo waar ik het uit kan halen, maar ik zou niet weten waar ik moet zijn. Dat is een beetje vervelend.
Something I can help you with, sir?
Ja, ik wil weten waar ik deze professor kan vinden. Cavendish. We kunnen niet hier ergens zoeken. Misschien bij de police department zou we het kunnen halen. Ik weet niet. We kunnen dat proberen. In de hoop dat we het daar kunnen vinden. Anders weet ik het eigenlijk niet. Somewhere in Advent is abstract. Dus misschien kan ik het toch wel in de City Hall vinden. Ik weet niet, ik ga eens checken.
Don't waste my time.
Is het alleen voor crimes? Nee, dit moeten we allemaal niet hebben. Ja, misschien is toch dan de gok naar de City Hall wel de beste. Dan heb ik gewoon de verkeerde dingen aangeklikt. Dat is ook nog een optie. Dus laten we dat dan nog maar een keer proberen. Dat is letterlijk het enige waar ik aan kan denken. Fuck Christ. Ik vind soms is het wel een beetje vaag wat je moet doen. Aan de ene kant niet per se heel erg. Aan de andere kant, voor een serie is het niet ideaal. Nog een keer proberen. We zijn op zoek naar een citizen. We zijn op zoek naar een persoon. Legal documents misschien in Advent. He lives somewhere in Advent. Poison thief. Ah, kijk. Ik had de verkeerde dingen aangeklikt. Waar de shit woon jij? Oké, dat is te veel informatie. Waar kunnen we dit? Advent Central. On the St. Michael's Road. St. Michael's Road. Between Carpenter and Constitution. Dus dat is somewhere around here. Daar gaan we maar eens even naartoe lopen. Dat zou een niet te lange wandel moeten zijn.
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Meneer Cavendish, ik heb een aantal vragen voor u.
Extra, extra.
Het zal me niks verbazen als zijn huis overspoeld is met creatures.
The door won't
Die
budge.
deur is op slot.
Best stuff in Oakmont. All on sale. Today.
En dat zou hier ergens moeten zijn. Zou het deze deur zijn? It do be looking like that though.
The door won't budge.
Ik verwacht creatures.
The door won't budge.
Tag from the baby if you want to take it.
The door won't budge.
Zit een vriezenslot op. Meneer Cavendish. Er zit ook een slot op. Shell casings. Interessant.
Judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around?
Ik zou niet verbaasd zijn als ik hier achter in één keer een heleboel creatures ga winnen.
The door won't budge.
Wat is dit?
I loved you. I always loved you.
Visual.
A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here.
En nog meer?
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD's in the center of all of it. This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation,
Oké.
and the EOD's in the center of all of it.
Ja, dus de EOD is zo te zien. Niet zo
George,
goed als ze zei.
I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine! Mine!
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
Oké.
Let's see what we
Anna is de vrouw van.
I don't...
George, you will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
Kijk, dat is er 1, 2, 3.
George,
I don't care what...
you will never understand our cause. My child is
Dus
blessed
zij is
by the
helemaal
sea.
gek in de koppie.
I'm leaving you, George.
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna.
Ja.
She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Oh, wat gebeurt er? Wat de fuck gebeurt er? Wat de hel?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
No, Cavendish. Time for you to do some explaining. Care to tell me why you poisoned the fish at the EOD warehouse? And you better not lie to me. Oh, sorry. Is this making you angry? Yeah, two can play at that game, and believe me, I've got plenty of anger for the both of us.
How dare you?
I'm only going to ask politely once. Then my gun will do the talking.
Fine. Fine. Yes, it was me. But I had a good reason to do it. It all comes back to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No. That's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them. They kidnap ordinary folks too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this. How?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
Oké.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD. Look, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
Oké.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, she was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the time, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded by the EOD. Doomed take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
Oké.
What did she mean? Blessed by the sea.
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people?
Living in Innsmouth?
That K-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call Deep Ones. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring.
Oké.
Where did you learn all of this? This information about the EOD?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research Innsmouthers, the EOD, and the story behind them. It is an old and powerful organization. They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Ah, perhaps not coincidentally.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich. The sudden rise to power of the Blackwood family happened right after they joined them.
Oké. Sorry, ik ben
So
even
what's
gelijk aan
your
het
next
denken.
move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a fresh haul of fish, but now they're on alert and raised their guard. I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after reviewing all the facts I've presented to you, Mr. Reed, would you agree to help me?
Ik denk het wel, hè?
Keep talking. Now what is it you want from me?
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD trusts you enough to deal with me, so it should be simple for you. My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul. That's your target.
Ah, fuck.
Your agent inside the EOD. Is he fairly high up the ranks?
I see where this is going. You need something from the EOD too.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a certain person who may be held by them.
My agent can arrange that. If someone is being held by the EOD, he'll know it. It's a win-win situation.
Okay.
Alright. Look, I'm gonna need to think about this.
Of course. But don't be too long. I'm going to need an answer before I let you go. I hope you can understand why.
Ja.
So, have you made up your mind?
You Your methods stink, and your plan stinks. Still, the EOD is a threat, and I'm not gonna help them anymore. I'm in.
You're doing a great favor for the city, Mr. Reed. Never doubt that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Remind me what it is I have to do.
You need to poison the fresh haul of fish at the EOD storage. It's heavily guarded, but you'll figure out something, I've no doubt. I'll be back later. I need to see my agent. Find me after you're done. Here's the address and some ricin. Be very careful with it.
Yeah, will do. I'm not quite ready to die yet.
Oké. Even snel naar de Mind Palace toe. The EOD's operations are shady. The EOD has much more going on than a charity organization. They're dirty, I know it. Whatever they're up to isn't good. A zealous servant of EOD. Anna Cavendish is a zealous servant of EOD and she will follow any instruction without hesitance. Anna Cavendish is covering up the EOD's shady ambition to take over the city. In my belief. Oké. En dan hebben we nog George Sabotage the EOD. George Cavendish poisoned the fish to undermine the EOD's charitable operations. Waarbij hij komt op George Cavendish became desperate after EOD robbed him of his wife. He's determined to save the others from the same fate. Waarbij hij terecht komt bij help George to undermine EOD. We gaan proberen om ervoor te zorgen dat de EOD kapot gaat. Dat is mijn belief en dat is wat we gaan doen in de komende, of de rest van de aflevering. We hebben Rysin. We hebben, we moeten naar de fish storage toe. I can now report to Anna dat de fish market, ja. Dus we moeten daar en naartoe volgende aflevering. En we moeten de volgende aflevering de fish poisonen. Mensen, ik bedank jullie voor het kijken naar deze lekker lange aflevering. Like, abonneer, reageer, deel het met je vrienden. En dan hoop ik jullie de volgende keer weer terug te zien bij een nieuwe aflevering van The Sinking City. See ya.